Hey guys, it's Ryan again. This is just a quick setup of a German Blue Ram tank. I already have these 10-gallon tanks here. This one's already been cleaned. All my tanks are normally used, so when I get them and I'm getting ready to use them, I normally use rubbing alcohol and vinegar or hydrogen peroxide to clean the inside of the tank and sterilize it out. And it seems to work pretty good. I've done it with this tank, this tank. That was a brand new tank, and this tank over here. Never seem to have any problems with it. The rubbing alcohol evaporates, and hydrogen peroxide is pretty safe for fish, and so is vinegar. Once you wipe it all out. So this tank here is just going to be for German Blue Rams. And I do have a sand substrate in here. This is just pool filter sand, which is the Aqua Quartz brand, is what I like to use. It's pretty cheap. And I like to just put in a little bit of sand, because they do like to sit on the bottom, and a sponge filter and a potted plant. But I'll get back to you in a second and I'll show you guys. So I'm back. This tank now has a filter in it, and the light hood. It's just a I don't even know what size this filter is back here. It's a very light dusting of sand. I don't want to use a bunch of substrate. Just enough to coat the bottom, or majority of the bottom. And then I just have a little, I think this is for a 20-gallon tank. But then we're going to take, I did use dechlor in the water, and but we still need to seed the tank. And what I like to do is what most everybody else does, is take one of these filters, or one of those filters, and then rinse them out into the tank. So I'll probably take a bigger filter, which is probably about this one. So hang on a second and let me get that out. So I have my filter here, dirty. Take it in the tank here and give it a few good squeezes. You can see all the nice bacteria and everything else coming off, detritus. And clean that out real good. Get that. Come back over here. And back on. Get that back in the tank. Come down here. Let me fire this back up. So now that filter's cleaned. Like I said, this tank used to house mostly discus. I had a bunch of little baby discus that I had bought a while back, and most of them all died. I believe I had 10 at one time. I unplugged the heater on accident one day, and this was about a month ago, and it got nice and cold, and literally had the tank at 50 some degrees. Everything was mostly dead. There was a few that were still alive. The one that's in here that's a little bit on the larger side, wherever he's at, is a blue Turk. He is a nice blue color. He's the only one that lived. and everybody else died. I tried to warm them back up in another tank, and it just wasn't happening. So it was my mistake. I don't know what I was thinking or how I did it, but literally just knocked out the cord, so it was unplugged overnight, and had a real mess. So I lost probably, I think I paid maybe 20 bucks a piece for them at the time with free shipping. So lost at least $180 worth of fry. But that's the end of that till I eventually get some more and I retry it again. But this tank here, it's nice and cloudy. We are gonna put some plants in there. I'm thinking about just taking this guy out right here. Got a bunch of Java moss on it. And I know my finger was in the way there, but I'm not going to edit these videos, and they are what they are. I don't really care that much. So Java moss, it does have, the little pot does have a little bit of dirt in it and some gravel to on top, just to keep it down. And if you guys are doing rams, ram tanks should be run at 82 to 84. And it's debate on whether even running it that high, because you really do shorten the lifespan. If you start getting into 86, 87, you really start shortening the lifespan running them that hot. I try to stay around the 82 mark. I've had rams in the past. I actually had them in the 40 breeder over here a long time ago. They did really well for me. They bred like crazy. I was just always too lazy to pull the eggs or pull the fry. I had lots of times where they were frying there, never pulled them out, and they decided to eventually eat the fry or eat the eggs. But they bred constantly. I mean, it would be every week to every 2 weeks they were breeding, laying eggs. Bloodworms, frozen bloodworms is your best bet, or if you can get live blackworms, absolutely. And then they always like to lay on some kind of flat surface, so I think I do still have some pieces of slate in here. Yeah, there's one. I used to always like laying on these little black pieces of slate. These were just from outside in my garden or in my flower pots. And throw that in there. Now, I've never had any luck with electric blue rams. I've tried a couple of times and I could do nothing. Whether I had all boys, all girls, I have no idea. They're a little bit more difficult to differentiate the sexes. The German blue rams are normally super easy. You just look for the pink belly, and that's a female. 9 times out of 10, I would say. But that's all I got. So hopefully next video in a couple of days, or maybe even tomorrow or later today, I'm going to go and get some rams. I'm not really too worried about the water. It's already been seeded. And I do my water changes pretty consistently, so hopefully a little bit later, put up another video of putting in some rams. Have a good day.